Yo, what's going on, Oomers, and welcome back to week 9 of the PUL. PUL Season 2, of course. And today we're playing Scefernape, my good friend Sceff and the Blazing Infernapes. And yeah, let's take a look at his team. First up, you might think he has Lunala, but he doesn't. He has the Deoxys regular. Yeah, he has the Deoxys regular instead of the Lunala. And if you're wondering, like, oh, why? Is there a Lunala still there? Well, the doc has not been updated, probably because the admins are busy or something. I don't really know, but it's not updated. Just letting you know, it's a Deoxys regular now. So he has Deoxys regular, which is a big threat. It breaks it breaks through my Porygon 2 and my how do you call it, Tox packs with ease. So well, I gotta watch out for it. Next up, we got Superior. um, yeah, also a really big threat, but he didn't bring it first time. He might bring it second time. I'm prepared for it, but I'm not really sure if he'll bring it. Next up, the Entei can hit really hard with this, either a Specs or a Band, mostly firing off like Sacred Fire or something, but is also known to fire off Specs, Fire Blast, even see Sunny Day, and then you can easily Solar Beam and Fire Blast your way through a team. So very very fun on that one. Next up, the Primarina. We all know Specs Prim is just a threat. You know, the 126 special tech with the Moonblast and the Hydro Pumps. It just hits really hard. Even can get into torrent range, and its pumps will get boosted to insane levels. Next up, we got the Lycanroc Dust. Lycanroc Dust, of course, being one of the three Lycanroc forms. In my opinion, the best one, in most people's opinion, the best one. And Lycanroc Dusk is, how do you call it? Known for its speed and its tough class ability. Most of the time, runs like Drill Run, probably to counter packs. It doesn't really break through Porygon 2, so I don't really think it will come, but it's known to like use drill runs, stone edge, accelerock, firefang, things like that. Next up, we got the Evire. Evire, of course, being a big threat with a 123 base attack. So put life orb on that boy and it's gonna hit hard as fuck. So I like the Evire being a big threat as well. But I think we got it. I didn't really think it will come though. Next up, the Piloswine. In our last battle against Scefernape, his team was a little different, but the Piloswine was a big problem for us. So that he's definitely gonna bring that again. He's definitely gonna set up his rocks again to annoy me, and he's definitely gonna pressure my team. So I think he will bring Toxic for the, how do you call it, um for the Porygon 2 now, because well, it does not get knockoff. You might think it because Memo gets knockoff, but it does not. So well, we'll see what its prep is. Next up, the Megalopony. Megalopony, of course. I mean, the saying is, I think Pokemon was the one who made that saying. If you face a Megalopony, you're going to have a Rocky Helmet user. It's true. Fake out is just it already hits really hard, and then it's can high jump kick your face in. So not really things to be proud of there. To be yeah, not the nicest things in the world. Next up, the Dialga. Dialga, of course, can set rocks or be offensive. Even the Trick Room variant, although I do not really expect Trick Room variant, but he might as well bring it. And you can just even roar off time or something. Next up, the Zoroark. Zoroark, of course, being the illusion, it's not the best Pokemon, but it's just really good for mind games and stuff. Also is the Golbat. Golbat, of course, defogging is super fanging. Every allied user with Roost, U-turn, Brave Bird, and Toxic. It's just a Crobat, but bulky. That's mostly what it is. And last but not least, the Comfey. Comfey, of course, being its fairy type, with Primarina. And Comfey is pretty funny because it can like aromatherapy, defog, or run like some triage, leechy, draining kiss set, just healing and stalling you out. Or it can even run, yeah, it's got a shitload of options. Comfy can even how do you call it? Um, what can Comfy do? It can even run a call mindset and just priority draining kits through your team. So, I'd say let's get right into the team. Um, I'm just closing this for a second. So, first of all, we got Life Orb Marshadow, same set as last time. Wasn't really any need to change it. Still enough to outspeed Superior. The Ox is gonna be faster, but I can sneak it, so nothing needing for change. So I kept it this way. It has the same exact the same set because worked last time, and I don't see any good improvements on it. The Stone Edge is for Golbat if you're curious. Next up's Aurora. Looks familiar as well. um, so Aurora, I did change this set. I know I didn't, and it's a big mistake, or not that big of a mistake, but it doesn't outspeed Lopunny, which I should have thought of, but not a big deal. I hope. Well, here got a Titanium Z Volt Absorb, CC Plasma Fist, Knockoff, and Volt Switch. Volt Switch for my minimum, Knockoff, Plasma Fist for damage, Close Combat for his Plasma Fist switch in, which are Dialga and Piloswine, and Electivire if that comes, even for Serp. And the rest I can just knock off to get rid of items and then hit really hard. Next up we got Toxapex, my boy Pex coming back in. Thanks Pex being in every game, and you know, I made one meme like, well, you know, the Drake no, Drake yes meme, and you saw like Drake no, and then it was like 3 layers of spikes and the rocks, and then you saw only 1 layer of these spikes and Drake yes. Really funny. Okay, so let's get into my spread. Just I think it's the same spread as last time, except instead of haze, I now have baneful bunker to just stall the Mega Lopunny or anything out and just how do you call it? Just scout for moves. Same with the Deoxys attack because I need to chip that mon down. I need to lay up my T spikes real quick. Next up, Porygon 2. Porygon 2, of course, gonna wall the Piloswine once again. Okay, so I got a recover, tri attack, toxic shadow ball. Not really anything that needed to change actually. Also, I think this is as well this exactly same set as last time. I mean, I was not in need of changing anything. And second to last, but certainly not least, we got Thick Girl. Miltank with a Sap Sipper, of course. Toxic, EQ, Milk Drink, and Fire Punch. Toxic to wear things down. EQ and Fire Punch are some pretty decent coverage against this team. Okay, so the thing with Miltank is, um, Miltank is, oh, give me a second, sorry. Miltank is it's like really bulky. It tanks a lot of hits, and you're like, oh, if this is your SERP counter, because it is, what the fuck is my laptop doing? Sorry, guys. If this is your SERP counter, why does it not have more special defense? Well, I have the Sap Zipper, and SERP is just a garbage mon that can boost while firing off pretty decently powerful attacks. That that's what SERP. That's why it's a tier 1. That's the only reason. But with Sap Zipper, I ignore his stab and I ignore his boost. And Serp's stats are garbage, and Serp's move pool's also garbage. So Serp is not gonna do like literally nothing to this mon. So yeah, that's it. Next up and last but not least, we got the Vullaby. Roost, Foul Play, Toxic, and U-Turn. Just some SPDEF and Def to keep it bulky on both sides. So that's gonna be the team. Hope you'll enjoy this. See you next time. And this will be a pretty important for playoffs. So yeah, this is gonna be also if Scefernape loses this, he's like almost guaranteed out of playoffs. It's like he can't really get into playoffs really easily. So that's why. That's why I'll have to try really hard. So hope to see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, see you then.